The Oval Office was the setting for a dramatic confrontation last Friday. President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky engaged in a heated exchange. The meeting, intended to showcase unity, quickly devolved into a very public display of animosity. The clash has sent shockwaves through the international community. It has also raised questions about the future of US-Ukraine relations. This very public disagreement between the two leaders is unprecedented. It comes at a time of heightened tensions between the United States and Russia. The timing of this clash is particularly noteworthy. It coincides with a noticeable thaw in relations between Washington and Moscow. The details of the exchange remain murky. Sources suggest the disagreement stemmed from US aid to Ukraine. Apparently, President Trump expressed frustration with the perceived lack of progress in Ukraine's war effort. He also voiced displeasure with Zelensky's criticism of his proposed cuts to military aid. Zelensky, for his part, reportedly defended his country's efforts. He highlighted the sacrifices made by the Ukrainian people in the face of Russian aggression. Zelensky also pushed back against what he perceives as a lessening of US support for Ukraine's sovereignty. The Trump-Zelensky clash has further fueled speculation about a potential shift in US foreign policy. This shift would see a move away from traditional alliances and towards a more amicable relationship with Russia. The Kremlin has welcomed the apparent rift between Washington and Kiev. Some experts suggest that Trump sees Russia as a potential ally. He may believe that a strong relationship with Moscow is key to countering the rise of China. Others speculate that Trump feels indebted to Putin for past favors. These theories remain unsubstantiated. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the Trump administration has taken several steps that appear to be aimed at appeasing Russia. These include the withdrawal of US troops from Syria. They also include the easing of sanctions against Russian oligarchs. The administration has also downplayed Russian interference in US elections. Furthermore, it has resisted providing lethal aid to Ukraine. These actions have raised concerns among US allies in Europe. Beyond geopolitical considerations, there are also economic factors at play. Russia possesses vast reserves of natural resources, including oil and natural gas. These resources are highly coveted by the United States. Russian officials have hinted at the possibility of lucrative energy deals with the US. These deals could potentially involve the restarting of the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. This pipeline was designed to transport Russian natural gas directly to Germany. However, the project was halted due to the war in Ukraine. In addition to energy, there is also potential for cooperation in other sectors. These sectors include artificial intelligence, space exploration, and cybersecurity. Russian economic envoy Kirill Dmitriev has been particularly vocal in promoting this vision of US-Russia economic partnership. He has even suggested a joint US-Russia-Saudi mission to Mars. However, any significant economic cooperation between the two countries would likely face significant hurdles. These hurdles include existing sanctions and deep-seated mistrust. There would also be strong opposition from Congress. The potential rapprochement between the United States and Russia has sent ripples of anxiety throughout the international community. European allies, already unnerved by Trump's unpredictable foreign policy, fear being sidelined and abandoned. The implications for Ukraine are particularly concerning. A US-Russia rapprochement would likely come at the expense of Ukraine's security and sovereignty. It could also embolden Putin to escalate his aggression in the region. The situation is further complicated by the ongoing war in Ukraine. The conflict, now in its third year, has claimed thousands of lives and displaced millions more. A US-Russia deal that fails to address the conflict would be a betrayal of the Ukrainian people. It would also set a dangerous precedent for international relations. The coming weeks and months will be critical in determining the future trajectory of US-Russia relations. The world is watching closely, and the stakes could not be higher.